Holla at your boy, holla at your Rob boy, back at it again, MikeandKnights.com. Thumbs up the video. Let's get into it. I'm making a little short tutorial video about taping. I'm gonna just tell you what I do because I already got one shoe taped, and I know this is a pet peeve or important. If you want clean lines and you want your you don't the overspray, all that other stuff. Basically, the best of the best, I'll say, customizers are the people that can get the best tape jobs. Now, I'm gonna just share with you some of the tapes I use, and I get pretty clean lines. I started off using all types of stuff, but you pay for what you get is one thing, and also there's a lot of different ways to do it. But I use this tape method. I use masking tape. See, I know some people are using that electrical tape, but that gets expensive. I'll just be honest with you guys. Right? So, what you want to get is name brand tape. It has a little bit more stickiness to it, like this right here. This is what I use. I use Scotch tape. I use two different tapes because I'm cheap, but I get the same results. I use Scotch tape, and I also use a thick, cheap off-brand. But for my what I want perfection on, when I want some perfection, you can see it's two different types of tape. So I use the name brand right around here, and I just use this to block out the overspray. Right? So how I tape it is I use this tape right here. So I tape all, as you can see, I tape that first. Tape all this first. So this is the this tape first. So I would use this tape, and I would tape it all, go through the whole shoe and tape it as I did here. So check this out, guys. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm just trying to grow my channel. I'm helping you guys out. I don't really get nothing off of that, but or even comment down below. I see my other videos, I didn't put a comment on there. So here we go. You see how clean that is? There is not gonna be no overspray getting in there. You see how tight I got the lines, right? But you also see I use airbrush. Also I use an airbrush. So, it's easy to spray something in there. When you're painting, you can almost be really careful and get it. But I use airbrush because I think it gives to me, it gives an evener coat, and you can't see the lines. I hate it when I used to use the brush method, but I used to always get those brush lines in it. So from then on, I'm trying to give y'all the best quality things I could give you. So I just use an airbrush, and so mostly 99% of the customs are usually some airbrush work in it. Some things got to be hand painted. So of course, you get your intricate designs, get a stencil going, and yeah. So I use this, right, and then I will come back on top of that with this tape right here. Right? I wish I had somebody to hold the camera, because so I'm gonna show you. So I tape that, and then I stretch the tape over. So I stretch the tape over there. So for example, I'll use this for an example. All right? Because I'm holding the camera and I'm recording at the same time. So, you guys. All right. So I would do this. This is this would be my first one. My first layer is right there, just up close to the line, and then my second layer of tape would go something right here. I like to do this, so this is all overspraying. I just hate overspray. I hate to go back and redo work. No matter how tight you get, it's gonna always need a touch up. Rarely has I completed a shoe and I did probably a few hundreds of shoes, and it's really I have to not go to get a touch up on the shoe. It's just part of the game. So then I go in here, and this is how I do it. I press it with my fingers. You see how it's starting to get in there? You see like that? And then I smooth it right here, my second one. So I press it in with my fingers, and I come back and smooth it in. You see that? And then I only use these knives to cut. These knives, the better the blade, the better the, yeah. So you're going to have to get good at knowing what pressure to use to cut the paper, but not to cut through the leather. Okay? And that's the other thing. You must use, when you're using, I use nothing but leather because it's tougher on knives. I remember one time I cut through a net. You know, I was unaware of pressure. So when I first started, got in the game, I was unaware of pressure that you got to place with the X-Acto knife. I was unaware, like just enough just to cut through the masking tape. I was unaware of pressure, so I actually I cut through some mesh shoes. So I destroyed them, and then I tried to try to see if I could. Never got it. I just destroyed them. So um, I'm sure I'm very careful about how much pressure I use just to cut the masking tape. I'm not digging in there, okay? Because I know this is gonna happen to somebody that watches this video. They're gonna not know how much pressure to push. That's the other thing is start with some shoes. These are all customer shoes, but start with some shoes that you don't mind messing up on. That way you can know what the pressure is when you're cutting around here. All right, so I cut here. Let me show you how I cut these. So what I do, I cut. I cut reverse. So if I'm gonna cut this out, I cut this reverse down here, right? And then I come back and I turn it the other way and I cut it here, right here. See it like that? I gotta go back in there. So like this. I'm just gonna do it right here. So you see how I push that in there? Because I want to give it something to stick onto, and then I would go here. So I cut here, and then I come and I cut. Maybe I'll cut here. You see that? And now it's out there. But you look how clean that is. You see how clean I got that? Like this, sometimes like this, I'll just tuck it under. You see that little bit that was there, I just tucked it under. All right? And what you want to have is no holes, like even like little holes like this. Because if you're spraying, if you're airbrushing or spraying, it could get in there like this right here. Got a little crack in there. But I know ways of cleaning that also. I mean, it's just part of the game. Like I said, you're going to get some overspray, but you got to know how to be able to clean and to go into the cracks and the crevices. See, but I got it pretty clean, you know, like this. It's like I cut. And also, this is a tough part right here. Getting this, because you got to get it close to the mesh. But you don't want to cut the mesh. You don't want to cut the leather either. So this is like one of the toughest parts of Air Force One is getting this part right here. When you're gonna get this back little tab right here, that's very, very can be frustrating, you know. I mean, I know how to get through it and everything. Also, if you guys got some ideas for some videos or something, because the other things we're gonna be sharing on here, we're gonna try to have a multitude of different things that we put on here. Pretty much, that's what I'm saying. So. Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, how I do it, I prep the area with acetone, which is also nail polish remover. Try to get maximum strength, and try to get something that's not got a fragrance to it. Try to get, just try to get a regular sample. Almost every beauty supply house has it. All right, and I use these. These are cotton rounds. You can get these from the dollar store. Cotton rounds. I remember watching a video. I didn't know what the hell the guy was saying. He was like, cotton rounds. He kept saying it so fast. I didn't know what he said. It's called cotton rounds. All right. I mean, you're gonna see a lot of videos. Everybody, there's tons of videos. Some people put them on every day. Bless me. I don't have time to do a video every day, but when I have some ideas, I just like to get you down. Like this another pair. She already I already acetoned and wiped off the like a pre-treatment or something that Nike has on all their shoes. I guess it's like a stain resistant type thing. So you gotta clean that off. It just helps the it just reduce, if you keep that on there, the paint won't stick as well. All right, you can do it, it's gonna look fine, but the paint you're gonna see is flakes. It's gonna start flaking off, or certain parts of paint won't stick. You're like, why is it not sticking? It's because you didn't clean the area good with the acetone. I'm sure there's other removers, everybody's in a business, but that's all you need is acetone. This one guy I seen, they were talking about acetone breaking down the shoe. you would have to rub and rub and rub. Which I imagine a beginner would do it to break down these shoes with some acetone. All right, acetone is also good for paint removal. So it does a lot of things. It removes a lot of different things. You can also remove permanent marker. So if somebody was to mark up with your permanent marker, you can just take some acetone. But if your shoes have been dyed, also it's going to take that off too. So just to let you know, give you a heads up on that as well. Okay? And I'm thinking about doing a giveaway because I got some other shoes that are just sitting around. But comment down below what your sizes are, and I'll make something else personal for you guys. I'm getting close to that 10-minute mark, so I'm just going to cut this one off and maybe let you guys figure something out. Yeah, but if you have any other ideas or any questions about taping, but I'm gonna tell you, taping is the number one thing. And if you want looking for some ideas or some questions, go to mikeandikes.com, and maybe I'll put a link down below so you can go to the website. But yeah, that's what usually happens. And you see I tape all this off. I try to tape all in there. And I'm very careful how I hold the gun. Maybe I'll do one how I hold the airbrush. But like this, you could hand paint this how I got it cut off. You just gotta be very careful. Also, I suggest when you're starting off, if you are doing hand painting, which a lot of people start off at, is to tape it off first. Don't try to just eyeball it and then mess up a whole shoe. You know, only talking from experience, right? So, when you see I get the technique, you do this layer first, and you do that layer, then you press with the fingers. All right, signing off. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good day, YouTubers, or wherever social media this end up getting shared on. All right, thanks again, and subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video. Any questions, definitely comment down below.